What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. DMZ missions are where it's at, and today we are targeting Omnivore, which is a mission for the White Lotus faction in DMZ. Now, this mission requires you to do a whole bunch of killing in 3 different areas in the game essentially, and also in a way 3 different kinds of killing. So I'll share some general tips, especially the kill for enemy helicopters, which will most likely be the more difficult portion of this mission as a whole. Starting us off with the first portion of this 3-step mission, we have 35 armored enemies that need to be killed in Sawar village. Now Sawar village is of course the area down in the south of the map, the sunken village, and you're not really going to have a problem with finding enough armored enemies to kill there. This place is literally swarming with reinforcements. Most of the times you also have a stronghold here which definitely has armored enemies in it, and you sometimes even have an HVT with his entourage moving around. So finding these enemies and killing them will really be no problem. Essentially you just have to kill enemies that are running around with some form of armor. It doesn't have to be just triple plate enemies, it can also be double plate, but the bottom line is they should have some form of armor and it will count towards the kills here. Your biggest issue here is other players. So you are going to have to play this in a very stealthy way, and in a way keep aware of your surroundings at all time, because you have Hotel 302 and 303, room 303 inside this area as well, which is a place that new players or players that are dropping in and want a nice fresh upgrade will often make a beeline for. This area is also surrounded by spawn sites of enemies that start the DMZ, so most often than not you will find at least 1 squad, possibly 2 or 3, coming into this area at various stages. 35 armored enemies is going to take you a while, so you might want to consider also breaking it up across multiple deployments, since you'll have to be doing multiple deployments in any case, and this is fine. This tracks between deployments, so you don't have to worry about doing this all in one go. Then moving us on to the second step here, which is killing 15 enemies wielding riot shields in Al Mazrah city, which is literally on the other side of the map from Sawar village. So you need to be going to the city here. Now the easiest content that you can do here for these shield enemies would be strongholds. Strongholds usually feature at least 1 shielded enemy, but most times 2, so that'll be 2 per stronghold, and that's how many times you'll have to repeat this activity. So if you are planning on only doing 1 stronghold per deployment, this will take you about 7.5 deployments. However, a suggestion that I can make to you is to look through your key bank and see if you have the post office key, the US embassy key, the art gallery key. Those all are located within the city and offer you more attempts at more riot shield enemies. So this could be another way for you to boost up this. Now the good thing about those 3 locations that I just mentioned is that you can also buy those keys from buy stations. So spend a little bit of time. They are quite pricey, they're 30k a pop, but spend a bit of time, farm up, and then you could also go looking for these keys to buy them. These are all ways for you to get access to more riot wielding enemies, because you need to be going into these areas. These guys don't spawn on the streets with the rest of the enemies, so you'll need to be doing these activities to knock those out. But as soon as you've killed 15, we are ready for the final step. Step number 3 mentions that we should be killing 4 enemy helicopters. Now this is slightly misleading, because of course we know that enemy helicopters are also helicopters that come in and drop off reinforcements. So you have the small whirlybirds as well as the big transport choppers that often drop in reinforcements when you clean out an area. Unfortunately, these choppers do not count. What this mission actually wants you to do is it wants you to kill the commander helo, which is that super fucking irritating flying hind that keeps yelling on the loudhailer, use the force, force is authorized, this bullshit. So you need to be knocking that dude out of the sky, and you need to be doing it 4 times. Now if you are running an LMG, that's going to be fairly easy to knock that chopper out of the sky, and you can usually do it if you have an LMG with incendiary rounds or armor piercing. You can do it almost in 1 clip, so that's easy. However, if you want to be doing this with the assistance of some of the things on the map, what you can absolutely do is get the commander helo to come after you when you capture a SAM site. The SAM site will target this commander helo as well and blow him out of the sky and make easy work of this chopper for you. You can of course help out with your gun, but that's gonna blow this chopper up a lot easier than trying to shoot it out of the sky with a submachine gun or an assault rifle. Now this commander helo is hot property right now because this is one of the, let's say, guaranteed-ish ways that you can get a building 21 keycard. So you'll often see players engaging this helicopter all the time, so you might have to wait in line and you might have to fight some guys to get your shot at this chopper. But at the same time as well, you often have people that will do a contract that spawns this chopper and they essentially just leave it alone. Now, one thing about this is this chopper can be super far away from you, and as long as you hit it with a bullet, it is going to come flying all the way over you. So this is a fantastic way for you to also fetch the chopper from different areas. So go to an area where you can capture a SAM site, climb up high, look where the commander helo is, shoot it. It will get you will get its attention and it'll start flying towards you. And this is also at the same time when the SAM will start engaging it, and you'll knock it out of the sky in no time. You don't need to go loot the box, anything like that. As soon as you kill this, knock it out of the sky, you'll get your credit, and you'll need to do this 4 times and you're done with this bullshit. That's it for the mission and the video. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. Let me know in the comments down below if there's something that you're struggling with that I did not cover sufficiently, as well as letting me know any other DMZ missions that you might be struggling with that I can add to the list of more videos that are coming to the channel. However, I have created a shitload of these already, so have a look at the channel, see if I've maybe covered it already. Otherwise, it's just super important to me that you have a fantastic morning, afternoon, and evening wherever you are in the world. And until next video, fucking cheers.
They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me.